Hey everyone, Mike Rogers Show here with you, Mike Rogers, and today I have a very special guest. He's living in Japan and he's rock and rolling, and he does a very unusual style of music. Well, it's not so unusual, but it's unusual for me. And I'd like to welcome from the band Catchy Claws, Larry. Hey!
Thank you very much, Mike.
Hey, thanks for being here
much
with us, man.
Yeah, well, thanks for the invite.
So, Larry, how about introducing yourself to us?
Right, okay. Well, I'm from the UK, basically. Born in Manchester. And, I lived in London for quite a while, though. I came down to London when I was about 18. And, at the time, there was a law in the UK which allowed anyone who broke into an empty flat, empty council flat, to stay at least 6 months, without getting the boot. So all you needed to do was to call the squatter office. Yeah. Yeah, believe it or not, there was such a thing as a squatter office, and you just made sure that the flat didn't have a PEO, which is an eviction order, and you were golden. So the good thing about being a squatter is that you haven't got any bills to pay.
Huh.
Therefore, you can live off your music pretty easily.
Really? You mean
Yeah.
you don't have to pay for gas, water, electricity?
Nothing at all. And you've got the electricity. Well, sometimes you don't, but most of the time you do. It's a bit like living on a pittance, but living okay nonetheless. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so at the time, I can tell you, Mike, that was in the 80s, the 90s. Everybody wanted to be a rock star, or at least some kind of musician, you see?
Yeah.
So, we got together with some mates and formed a lot of, different bands, different styles, but mostly busking band. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Buskers, playing on the street and on the train, which was very common at the time. And, we were making good money. Like I said, if you're a squatter, even £5 a week is good money, it's super mint,
Wow.
Then of course, some bands, we only played in pubs or like, proper gigs with, So most of the bands I played with, we played in the pub scene.
I have no idea. Isn't that like kind of illegal doing that? Like squatting in someone's flat?
There was a law, in the UK back then, where they couldn't kick you out between November and March, all right? Because it was winter.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
But yes, it's kind of illegal, but you needed to change the lock. As soon as you changed the lock and called the squatter office, you could stay. And, basically they couldn't kick you out. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It is amazing, but I don't think it's still like this anymore. Well, I'm not a squatter anymore, so I don't know.
Wow. That's kind of like, how come you don't play punk rock music?
Well, I did.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I mean, that's the thing, I play with a lot of bands, rockabilly, psychobilly, punk rock, whatever, because that's all I did, I was just, I just played music every day. And, that's a good thing about it, like in the 80s, the 90s as well, the pub scene, you could easily play several times a week on a regular basis,
And would you get paid to play at a pub?
Well, yes, but not a lot. Sometimes you play for free. You always do so. But most of the time we got paid. But it's peanuts, right? But if you're a squatter, it's fine. You don't pay any bills.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think you could do that in Japan. I don't know. Maybe they've got so many of these empty houses out in the countryside.
Yeah. Well, that was in London, you know, we'd see it in
Yeah.
the city. So,
So, Larry, tell me, how did you get started as a musician?
no, I don't really remember, but as far as I remember, you know, everybody in my block, you know, in a council estate where I was living, you know, they either played a guitar or the drums or something, or they had a member of in their families, like a brother or an uncle who was in a band, you know.
So when was the first time you picked up a guitar?
I think I was about 11 years old or something like that. And a friend of mine, you know, lives in the same block, you know, came down to my place one day and he said, oh, look, I've got a new guitar. My cousin gave it to me or offered it to me. And I said, oh, right, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, it was pretty good, actually, you know. It'd been playing for some time already. And I asked my parents, you know, if they could buy me a guitar. And, you know, I had to wait a little bit, of course. But eventually they did. And he showed me a lot of stuff. And I took it from there, you know. And you always learn, you know, from here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is it. And I played my first gig, I think, at 15 years, you know, 16 years old, maybe.
Yeah, where was that?
It was in Manchester.
Oh.
And the band was called the Shakers.
Yeah.
Well, there was a lot of band called the Shakers, I found out later on.
Oh, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, we thought it was an original name, but then, you know, we got in a gig one day and somebody else was called the Shakers.
You mean another band at the same gig?
Yeah, they were called somebody and the Shaker, like Tall Bopper and the Shakers or something like that. But, you know, still, the band was called the Shakers.
Now you're in Catchy Claws.
Yep.
And when did you move to Japan?
Well, I came to Japan in 2000. Yeah, 2000, know what I mean? Yeah, 2000. And my first 2 years in Japan, I didn't do any music at all. I was busy doing other stuff. Yeah.
What did you teach English or something?
Yeah, I did that. I got married. I got a couple of kids. You know.
Yeah, that happens. You know.
Yeah. Then I played very briefly though with a jazz pianist, a piano player. But we didn't keep it going because the guy was busy at work. And it wasn't easy for him, apparently, to find time to rehearse. You know what I mean, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, it's a common story here.
Yeah.
So I put my guitar in the corner of my flat and played it occasionally on my own for my cat. I've got a cat. Well, he's going to snuff it soon because he's pretty old.
Oh.
Yeah, well, all right. And I did that for quite a long time. Then I tried getting back into it around 2015, you see. There was this guy I met who's a singer, and asked me if I would join his band, and I said, all right. And there was only me, him, and a bass player. So we played a couple of gigs and stopped basically because it wasn't meant to be, you know. It wasn't meant to be at all.
Who was that singer?
Oh, his name is Charlie. Korean Japanese. He was all right, but that was not my kind of music. You know what I mean? Yeah. I felt very brat, you know, playing in this band.
Okay, well, tell me about Catchy Claws. When did that start?
Right, you know, Catchy Claws, actually, it started last year. Yeah, basically, we got together with a few mates, yeah? And after a night of boozing, we decided to form a band for fun.
Best decisions are made when you're drinking, Larry.
As you do, yeah.
Yeah.
But then we started practicing regularly and started sounding good, yeah?
Yeah.
And it was it, you know what I mean, yeah?
Yeah.
So We all long-term residents here. I've been here for more than 20 years. Phil's from Dublin. He's Irish. The bassist. He landed here at about the same time as me, maybe a bit earlier. Baiju, we call him BJ. No pun intended. His name is Baiju. He's from India.
Oh.
Southern India, to be quite precise, and he's originally a tabla player. You know what tabla is?
I know.
Some kind of Indian drums that you play with your hands.
Right.
And he's been in Japan for about 20 years as well. And Hideki's the rhythm guitarist. Well, he was born here, so he's been in Japan forever. And so we got together and we started practicing, and we thought, hey, how's about playing a gig? And the first gig we played was last year in September in Kichijoji in a place called Daydream.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a bit small. It's a small venue, but they're friendly. And obviously we told all our mates to come, and about 25 people turned up, and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
So then we played another one and another one, etc., etc. That's it. This is how we got going.
I have a question about the style of music that you guys play.
Yeah.
When I first heard you guys, I was really surprised because I thought, okay, when is the vocals coming in? And there were no vocals, and I thought, this is cool. This is very cool because you guys are doing instrumental music. So, but all the instrumental rock bands are surf bands,
right?
Except for you guys,
Mike. I'll tell you. Take my word for it. You don't want to hear me sing. But having said that, we actually wrote a couple of songs, but they're very easy songs and they're easy to sing. We haven't recorded them yet. But most, you're right. Most of the songs, most of the music we do, it's just instrumentals, right?
Yeah. So
and we play from well, it's rock, of course, rock music. Sometimes we've got a few, funk style songs, a couple of jazz songs. I mean, kind of jazz, not standard, but jazz. Anyway, we finished recording a couple of more songs. When they're mixed, I will send them to you. You'll, be the judge of, what I mean? They haven't been mixed yet.
Foreign bands in Japan that you guys are probably in the top 3 of the most played bands, because most of the bands I will play them, but I'll just play them once.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm not saying they're bad or anything, but it just doesn't fit.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
It doesn't fit with my show, but you guys are like perfect for color red radio because it's kind of weird music. It's spacey and weird, but you still need to have some more recognizable, not so much all the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's okay, but an hour straight or 2 hours straight of that, it's like, even for me, it's like, no, I don't want to do that.
Right, yeah.
So you guys are you have a Japanese guitarist, is that it?
Yeah, Hideki's the rhythm guitarist, yeah.
That's actually really smart, Larry.
Yeah, because he's the one who basically deals with, sending emails to live venues and all that, you know what I mean? And he likes doing it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because so many foreign bands, people will tell me that, they want to play in the band. And I'm not I'm not dissing it or whatever, but
Right.
the foreign scene here is so small that it's kind of like, what's the point? So
Yeah.
but with you guys' music, and then you got a Japanese guy in there
Right.
maybe handling things, that's just smart.
Yeah, we got, you know, I mean, we got quite a lot of gigs lined up, you know what I mean? We played in Lush, Shibuya.
Yeah.
What was that? Tuesday. This week on Tuesday. Next week on Thursday, we're going to play in a place called Heaven's Door.
Right.
That's in Sanginjaya.
That's a much bigger place.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, we're going to be like the last one playing there. So it's going to be pretty late, you know.
So how did that, wait a minute, Larry, how did that happen that you guys got booked and then you're the last one playing? How did that
I
happen?
have no idea. You know, that's the guitarist Hideki, you know, contacted the people over there and sent the links, the YouTube channels, and you know, the Facebook page links and whatever. They got back to it and they say, "Oh, are you available on the 30th of March?" Yes, okay. I will send you the timetable later. And a couple of weeks after, you know, they sent it to us, and I think there's about 4 or 5 bands. I don't remember. You know, there's a lot of people playing that day.
Yeah.
And they well, so they programmed our band last. So we will start at 20 to 10, you know, 9:40. That's going to be late. Everybody's going to leave.
So I'm not sure what kind of shows these will be, but they'll probably be what do you call, I don't know what is it in English. Kind of like a showcase.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
And there'll be like an idol band, and then there'll be like a punk band, and then there'll be a heavy metal band, and then there'll be like a jazz band, and then there'll be you guys.
Okay. You see, I've got no ideas, you know, but yeah.
I've been to many shows like that, and I kind of thought it's strange because you'll come in, and I'm used to the way things are in America, even though I've lived here for so long. Just go to the show, and then you watch all the bands. That's what you do. But
yeah,
you know, I would see this show, and there'd be a bunch of people there, and then after the first band finished, they all left. And then a different group of people would come in, and that just kept going back and forth. And I thought, that's so weird.
Yeah, I know that.
So you've seen that too, right?
I've seen it, yeah. Well, when we played last Tuesday, you know, there was 3 bands. You know, there was a first band, there was us, second, and a third band. And so the first band, you know, when they played, there was about, I don't know, 30 people, you know. I mean, these guys, they have a lot of friends, you know. So they came, and we was second, and so some people came and see us. So it was, you know, getting bigger. But then you had, you know, half the people who came and see the first band just fucked off.
Yeah. That's a very
weird.
unusual thing about Japan.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Yeah. So Larry, so you guys you're touring now, and so this isn't really a tour, like, you know,
yeah,
Happy New Year 2003 tour. This is just an ongoing project, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
So, and then you guys are recording new songs now too?
Yeah, we already have some songs, you know, and we well, like most bands, I guess, you know, we put them on iTunes, you know, some platforms, Bandcamp, whatever, you know. And we have finished recording 2 new songs. You know, like I said, you know, we waiting for the producer to mix them, And when it's ready and when we're happy with it, we'll probably put those ones too online.
Oh, so you're not going to release vinyl or
Uh,
7-inch records and stuff?
it's you know, it's a project, but you know, first we want to put this online and see how it goes, you know.
I see. So actually, Larry,
Yeah,
I started doing this this YouTube thing maybe 6 months ago.
yeah,
So I've always been an indies DJ.
right.
So indies music, there's no way to make money for a DJ, actually.
Right.
But I kind of thought, you know, I could interview all these famous artists and stuff, but they're boring.
All right.
So I just want to do this indies thing, and then this will be a little, what do you call it? A little dictionary of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm very happy. I'm very happy that you would sit for me for an interview with me.
Yeah, one pleasure, mate. You know, it's good. I'm enjoying myself here, you know.
Yeah. So, what do you have you thought about, like, okay, what are we gonna? This is what we're gonna do. 2023. In 2024, we're gonna do this. 2025, we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna play Fuji Rock and stuff like that. Have you thought about stuff like that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we of course we hope to play more and more and better gigs and sell music along the way. But you know, music selling music is tough these days. It's pretty tough, pretty rough. You know, as rough as a Brixton bog rush, mate. You know, this is really, you know what I mean?
A big Brixton what?
Well, Brixton bog rush. You know, bog means toilet, right?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, thing is, you know, first, you know, the first step is just what we're doing now. You know, play in clubs, play in you know, live houses. You know, and try to get the ball rolling. We're trying to do this. You know, 2023. You're playing as much as we can. You know.
I can't think of any other band that does this.
Right.
Not here. And
Right.
Foreign bands will come from Los Angeles or wherever, and they'll pay some concert promoter
Oh, right. Yeah.
to arrange shows, and I'm just kind of like, why do you do that? That's these people, they just gonna put you into shows like you're talking about, like we're talking about these showcases,
Right.
and you can arrange that yourself.
Yeah.
It's very surprising, and I'm really proud of you guys.
Well, thanks very much.
So tell us about your upcoming shows. When are they? Where are they?
Yeah. In April,
Mm-hmm.
on the 13th of April at the UFO Club in Koenji.
That's a very famous club.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, okay. And that will be on a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, we've got another gig the week after. It's on the 23rd. That's a Sunday. And it's still in Koenji in a place called Roots.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
You know that?
yeah.
Okay. Then May, we've got, there you go, Sunday, we're going to play in Shimokitazawa in a place called Mona Record.
Oh,
you know
that's a
that?
very famous place too.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
bloody, I don't know anything. And June 17th, that's again in in Shimokitazawa in a place called Lone or something like that. Lown or LAW, I don't know. Lone.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know what it is.
well,
Then,
Shimokitazawa area
yeah,
is a very good place for indies bands.
right, cool.
Tons of record stores, tons of live houses. It's a very
Right.
cool place. It's
Yeah.
kind of like Soho.
Oh, right, cool.
Yeah, so that's a very good place to play.
Yeah. There's another one here. There's a 1st of July in a place called Breath in Shimokitazawa.
Well, I don't know that one.
No, but the guitarist Hideki said he went there like a long time ago and it was pretty good.
Oh, cool. Well, Hideki's doing a great job, man.
He's got a gift of the gap, I'm telling you.
That's really fantastic. So anyway, so you guys are playing these gigs. You've got up till what, middle of June planned, and you're making recordings, and then you're going to put the recordings out online so people can download them or buy them, and then think about making a record or whatever, right?
Yeah, step 2. That will be step 2, and hopefully, you know, this year, by the end of the year, you know, like November, December, you know what I mean? Trying to build up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you know, we see how it goes, but we hope to play, you know, bigger and bigger gigs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You should try to target yourselves to play Fuji Rock next year.
Yeah, well, it's definitely on the list.
So, yeah. Anyways, do you have any last words or wishes to your Japanese audience, your foreign audience?
Oh, yes, definitely, guys. I mean, you know, if you want to have a good time, you want to see a good band, come and see us, you know. I can assure you, you'll enjoy it. You know, we've got a kind of a show as well, you know, where I put a wig on and stuff like that. I sent you a video this morning, Mike. I don't know if you
I haven't watched it yet.
Well, that was the act, you know. We call it the syrup act, you know. Syrup. It's a slang word for wig, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. So anyways, today's guest was from the band Catchy Claws. Larry, yeah, thank you, Larry.
Thanks, Mark, and you know, thanks for your wonderful show as well. Red.
You gotta come in when you got something big to announce, or you have a bunch more shows to announce. You gotta come and be on this show again.
All right, definitely.
And anytime, just write me an email and say, hey, we want to do this, we want to promote it. I'm okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
Anyways, thank you so much, Larry.
Thank you. Really appreciate that, Mike. Very,